Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Promoter Eddie Hearn has shed some light on the verbal altercation with Robert Joshua, Anthony Joshua's father, in the ring after Joshua's loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. on June 1st. Robert Joshua could be seen confronting Eddie Hearn. It was caught on camera in the post-fight interview. Robert Joshua saying something to Eddie Hearn sort of looking a little bit bemused, and Anthony Joshua coming in saying, "It's me, it was me." And there's been a lot of speculation about what that was actually about. And that speculation has ranged from Robert Joshua being unhappy with all manner of things, including Joshua could have suffered a panic attack in the changing room ahead of the fight. And that's been completely dispelled by Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, and a number of others. And in an interview with IFL TV, Eddie Hearn has rammed home the point that the New York State Athletic Commission had a representative in the changing room ahead of the fight. And the fight never would have gone ahead, let alone from Joshua's camp, if they didn't think he was right. But the commission would not have allowed a fighter who'd just gone through something traumatic to actually get in the ring if he wasn't right. So I think we can put that rumour to bed. And Hearn sort of said he believes that it started from a parody account from Twitter, a John Fury parody account, which sort of had started that rumour, and it sort of grew legs from there. Part of his explanation for some of this is that people are searching for answers, as they were in this case with Robert Joshua. There'd been a lot of speculation. What was he actually saying to Eddie Hearn? And Eddie Hearn has revealed, well, he was talking about a number of things, not happy with the house that Anthony Joshua was training in, with the training camp. He was saying that he wasn't happy with the chef. He wasn't happy with a number of things. But Eddie Hearn said, look, this is a guy who just seen his son lose. He was very emotional. Eddie Hearn wasn't the only one copping it. He was having a go at a number of people. But Hearn pointed out that Robert Joshua, he wasn't in the changing rooms ahead of the fight. He wasn't with Joshua, and he also wasn't in training camp. So he said Robert Joshua didn't really know if things were going well or not, but he can confirm that Anthony Joshua said he felt 100% ahead of the fight. Pre-fight, they had to change the guard, the sort of groin guard, but apart from that, he was feeling up to it, and the camp had gone well, and they're dismissing any rumours of sparring that Joey DeWeco had knocked out Anthony Joshua, or anyone else for that matter, late in the piece of in sparring. So Eddie Hearn trying to dampen down some of the speculation too, because it has been ongoing. This has been one of these things, despite the denials. Some people see it as they're trying to give Andy Ruiz Jr. the credit and cover up something that had have gone wrong. But there is a point here where fans actually do have to accept that nothing was wrong, that Anthony Joshua just got beaten on the night, got caught with a shot in the third round, never really recovered. And Anthony Joshua has said he's got no excuses. He was beaten by the better man. That's coming from Joshua himself. But yet the rumours of something being wrong still persist. People are still searching for an answer. Why did this guy, who was the unified champion, lose to a guy that he should have beaten? Well, it's boxing. That does happen. But Eddie Hearn did say that he felt like he was under threat potentially by Robert Joshua confronting him. He said he thought he might get chinned. And that was a situation where Anthony Joshua obviously jumping in to try sort of smooth that over. But Robert Joshua, he hasn't really sort of given his side of the story on this. And in Steve Bunce's podcast for the BBC immediately after the fight, he did actually say that he ran into Robert Joshua the next day, but Robert Joshua was extremely cagey about what had happened. Wouldn't really explain anything at all. He sort of put it to him, got some general answers about other things, but in terms of the confrontation, wouldn't go into it. And perhaps maybe after having all this caught on camera, this was a bit of a thing that has sort of fueled some of the speculation. Maybe Robert Joshua is a bit embarrassed about what happened, because it was a case where he did look emotional. And he did bail up a number of people from what Eddie Hearn is saying, including himself, which obviously was caught on camera. But what do you make of this whole situation? I think Robert Joshua was justified to be emotional after the fight because, he's just seen his son had lost. He would have been looking for an answer, but, as to what had happened and what went wrong. It doesn't mean anything did go wrong apart from Joshua losing. The preparation could have been 100% fine. There could have been no issues at all, but he still loses. That does happen in boxing, and this is one of the things people are grappling with and finding it hard to grapple with. But I think we just have to accept it, move on, and then we look forward to the rematch. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.